All right. So hi, everybody. My name is Jessica Creech. I am a wife. I have 4 kids, ages 12 to 4. I'm also a full-time pharmacist by trade and also an advocate with Green Compass. I just want to welcome you all to our very informal chat about Green Compass. I have the pleasure of having my friend, Lynsey Petty. She's an amazing human, but also the #2 earner in our entire company, on with us tonight to share and just really help us to get to know Green Compass a little better for those who already know GC, and an awesome introduction for those who are just now hearing about us. I know our time is precious. We don't want to keep you too long, so I'll just share a little about myself, why I love these products, and what they do so much before I hand it over to Lynsey. So 8 years ago, I joined this direct selling industry, not with Green Compass, another company. At the time, I was a burnt out pharmacist looking for a way to help pay down my pharmacy school loans. If you know, you know. I know Nikki knows. We had just had our second child. I didn't want to pick up extra shifts, and I didn't really want to leave the house to make extra money. I learned so much with my first company and really value and appreciate my time there, because when Green Compass fell into my lap a little over 4 years ago, I would be introduced to something that would become a passion paired with this amazing industry that I used to have so much, like, hate on, I guess, for lack of a better word, and have learned it's truly an amazing industry. But I do want to be clear, a little over 4 years ago when I joined Green Compass, I didn't even know what the endocannabinoid system is, and that most living things have one, including humans. I didn't know the difference between hemp and marijuana. I went to many years of school to get my doctor of pharmacy degree, and not once did I ever hear about an endocannabinoid system. This system is involved in so much in our body. It's our largest receptor system, actually. It was discovered in 1988. It's actually involved in pretty much every and any bodily process and function that we have. It's in charge of balance, homeostasis, and it's really the reason why cannabinoids like CBD and over really 100 different other ones that we know of so far work so well to help people with so many different things. And hemp and the ECS, or endocannabinoid system, they're literally made for each other, helping people with things from stress, difficulty sleeping, mood, digestion, joints. And for me personally, it really kind of raises my lose my ish bar. Fellow moms, you know what that is. It allows me to keep a way more rational mind when things get difficult or frustrating. It really allows me to be myself, but a better version of her. I've counseled people on, SSRIs and different classes of meds in my career. And one of the feedbacks I get from having to take something like that is it just makes you feel numb to who you are sometimes. And that is not what this is. So that's why I like saying it's me, but a better version of her. But years of school, and I never heard anything about this. The last data I saw, only about 13% of medical schools are even mentioning the endocannabinoid system. And I couldn't find a stat for other vocations like pharmacy or nursing, but I am a part of a very large Facebook group full of healthcare providers. And I did a poll in that group. And out of over 1,000 that responded to my poll, 600 had never heard of the endocannabinoid system. That's 60% of the group sampling that I was able to have respond. That is huge. And that is why I'm so passionate about educating and sharing. There's a stigma, there's a gap. I really want to help close it, because I truly believe to my core that hemp will and is already transforming the landscape of holistic health. Christy's on the call. She's an integrative holistic practitioner. Like, she can vouch for that. And we're just really passionate about sharing and educating. So it's going to be an alternative option for health and wellness, and I truly believe that. So But in all of this, I learned the company, the source, the quality, and the transparency matters so much in this unregulated industry. And that's really where Green Compass comes in. So I am super excited to turn it over to Lynsey to dive a little more into who Green Compass is, kind of why it matters, where your hemp comes from, and how we are really paving the way as leaders in the hemp space. So super excited to hear from her. I always learn something new. So thanks, Lynsey.
Yes, of course. What's up, y'all? That is crazy, first of all, that percentage of people in your poll did not know about the endocannabinoid system. I think that's fascinating. I don't have any kind of fancy titles behind my name. I'm a mom, stay-at-home mom of 2, and it's just wild to hear, all of, so many medical professionals spend so many years learning about the body and things that benefit the body, and don't know about that. So that gets me more excited. I'm the business-minded person. Y'all will hear me use like funny analogies when I try to explain the science or the farming side, because that's just not my cup of tea. But the business side is what drew me to this. So I've had a lot to learn. I lean on Jess and Christy a lot when it comes to the other side of things. But what drew me to Green Compass was, or just to the hemp industry, was the numbers. I was involved in another company before this. Before that, I was a big eye roller at the industry as a whole. I feel like we all kind of start off that way. Like, I said I would never do anything like this. And then like, oh, wait, here I am. I kind of opened my eyes to it a little bit. And it's like, it's 2023. It's no longer a weird thing to have a side hustle. It's no longer some kind of weird thing to like figure out how to make money online. Like, if you have not figured out how to make money from your cell phone, then you're behind, So that's what drew me to this. I was with the company for 4.5 years in the skincare industry, and I loved it. Had no idea what I was doing before that. Decided, I don't want to work for the man my whole life, and I want to kind of be a stay-at-home mom when that time comes. I want the flexibility. I am money motivated. I'm career motivated. I want to climb the ladder. And it just wasn't really happening where I was in the company that I was with. I was 4.5 years in. And like I said, I have nothing bad to say about that company. I loved it. I learned so much. I love the culture, I love the community, I love the products. But when I heard about Green Compass, a quick Google search, I did not know what CBD was at all. I thought when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I can't get involved. My family's going to disown me. Like, I can't be a drug dealer. I'm pregnant. I was pregnant with my first. And so I kind of opened my eyes a little bit to the hemp industry, but the first thing I Googled was projections of the hemp industry. Like, is this something? My business mind was like, can I get involved with this? And that is what blew me away. I had already kind of built my belief in what the business model could do, but I believe there is definitely a timing and positioning aspect for the kind of success that I was looking to have. And so just where the industry is, I'll give you guys current, like today's stats. The hemp industry, it's currently about a $5 to $6 billion industry now, but projected to be over a $47 billion industry over the next few years. And so I was like, that is opportunity. That perks my ears as far as something that I can get in and help shape, instead of getting into an industry that was already so well known. It's a blessing and a curse, because it's like, I get asked weekly if I'm a drug dealer. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a mom. Like, I have a 3-month-old little girl, I have a 3.5-year-old, almost 4-year-old little girl, and a 3-month-old little girl. I'm like, of course, surely people would know. I would not be involved in anything like this. But it's the coolest thing from a business perspective of, we're in an industry where people don't even know what this is yet. They haven't heard of Green Compass. They don't even know what CBD and hemp is. So that is what excited me about this, the growth, the projections. And then once I realized like this industry is going with or without me, I want a piece of that pie. I took a step back and thought, okay, but why Green Compass? Because I know you guys have left your house and seen a CBD sign popping up. I mean, it's everywhere. And that happened because at the end of 2018, the Farm Bill passed, and that is what made CBD and hemp legal on the federal level. So I'm going to use a funny analogy here. So typically when you hear the word cannabis, your mind automatically goes to the smoking weed, getting high, marijuana, that whole side of things. the THC side, but cannabis is a species. There are two plants underneath the cannabis species. One of them is hemp, the other is marijuana. They're flip-flop opposites. So like brother, sister plants. So marijuana that most people are familiar with is high in THC. That's the psychoactive component that most are familiar with. High in THC, trace amounts of CBD. On the other hand, hemp is high in CBD, trace amounts of THC. So flip-flopped. So when the Farm Bill passed, what it did was separate the two. It's not just all under the cannabis umbrella. It's now the hemp side of things is federally legal. Marijuana side of things, I know if you're listening in and you may be from a state where that's legal. I'm in North Carolina, we're in the Bible Belt, it's not here. So think of grapes. You get wine from grapes, you get grape juice from grapes. Both come from the same fruit, but two totally separate things with two totally separate properties used for two totally separate reasons. So we are the grape juice, safe for the whole family. Everything that we do is from the hemp plant side of things. So I always like to address that first, address the elephant in the room first. But when that became federally legal, the industry started to just blow up. So like I said, if you've left your house, you have seen a CBD sign like today, it's everywhere. But what makes Green Compass so special is not all of that, like CBD is not all created equal. The majority of the stuff that you're seeing is not something that you would want to put anywhere in, around, or near your body for health and wellness purposes. It is the wild, wild west out there, because when people hear that the industry is growing as fast as the hemp industry is, and there are no regulations, like nobody's regulating this. And so many people, so many companies are trying to jump in the game. They're trying to make a quick buck while they can before those regulations hit. And so for me, I was like, I want to be involved in this exploding industry, but how do I know that Green Compass is the name, is the company that I want to tie my name to? Does it have staying power? Because when regulations come, we know that's inevitable. Are they going to be around? Are we going to make the cut? Or is this going to be like pouring everything in to just lose? You know, there's going to be, when that happens, it's only a matter of time. So many companies are going to be shut down. So why Green Compass? Why are these the products that I trust for myself and my family, that I want to share with my friends and family? And this is the name that I want to like go all in on and build a business with. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things. One, the term vertical integration. I had no idea what this meant before getting involved with this company. I had no idea how important it would be until probably a couple years in. But vertical integration, this means we're truly vertically integrated. We control the whole entire process from the time that the seed goes into the soil, USDA certified organic soil, to the growing, to the extraction, to the bottling. Like, we own it all. So we're not outsourcing anything when it comes to our hemp. The majority of companies are getting their hemp shipped over from overseas and extracting hemp, their CBD from that, putting it in bottles, slapping it on the shelf at the gas station, $4.99, and there you go. Like, you're on your way with some CBD. And there's some gross stuff that is found in that. So be very careful if you're looking at using this from a product perspective. Be very, very careful. The majority of what's out there is just glorified bottle of olive oil, and who knows what's really in there. If anything good, could be a lot of bad in there. So do your own research on that. But what really attracted me to Green Compass was the fact that our farmers, sixth generation sweet potato farmers, our farmers are two of our founders. We own the farms. You know exactly the whole process that the CBD goes through, from the time that the seed goes into the soil all the way until it ends up at the customer's door. When you get something delivered to you with Green Compass, I have a couple of products here. They have these QR codes on the bottom. If y'all can see, I have my ring light on, so it's always a glare. But this is one of our CBDA, one of our tinctures, and then nano jellies. They all have a QR code on the bottom. So you can scan this QR code and it takes you directly to a third-party lab test, a certificate of analysis, to tell you exactly what is in your specific bottle, and it traces it back to the lot on our farm that it was grown on. So not only can you see the whole process from start to finish, but you can see a third-party lab test at the end to show you exactly what it is that you are consuming in your body. So that kind of transparency is unheard of in the CBD industry. The majority of companies do not want you to know what's in their bottle. And even so, you know, I know we are not the only company that provides a third-party lab test, but we are the only vertically integrated USDA certified organic CBD company that also provides the third-party lab test. So it is very, very cool to be a part of this. And how I mentioned the regulations from the beginning, you know, this was the first question people always ask me when I first joined Green Compass, when I was talking to them about the business. People were wanting to get involved, help launch this company alongside of me, but they were like, what happens? Because there's only a matter of time when these regulations come. What happens? And funny enough, not funny, like freaking awesome enough, a couple of months ago, our founders were actually invited to the Capitol, to Washington, D.C., to sit at the U.S. Hemp Roundtable to help with the regulations, because they said, you guys are setting the bar and they're going to have to live up to Green Compass standards if they want to stay in the game. So that is awesome. Not only are regulations coming, but our founders get to be a part of shaping those regulations that all CBD companies in the whole entire country have to live up to. So that is what gets me so excited, not just about the projections of the CBD industry and where it's headed, but also the fact that we are leading the way. We are kind of changing the game of what people should expect in a health and wellness product. But for me, like I said, I was not someone who used CBD before. I was someone who thought, I don't know if I really have a need for CBD. I'm happy-go-lucky. I sleep great. You know, I'm fine. And then I became a mom and a lot of that changed. But it's crazy how CBD works in our bodies and how the target market is so broad. Because even before I started noticing a lot of things, I was like, I don't really know if I'll have a great personal testimony with this product. And then I just started taking it and noticed just small things for me at first. Like I didn't lose my mind when someone cut me off on the interstate. I was just like, they're in a bigger rush than me. Have a great day. And normally I'd be like laying on the horn and like, you know, saying not nice things. When my kids are, you know, I had a bit of a stressful day today and I had to take an extra dose of my CBD. I take my CBD for all things mom life, sleep, stress, patience levels, you know, anxiousness. We can't make any medical claims, but read between the lines. If you're a mom, you know. My husband's a golfer. He takes it for back pain, joint pain, different things like that. My almost 4-year-old takes CBD. She's been taking it since she was 2. Actually, I lied. I started giving it to her when she was 5 months old for teething, not daily, but just as needed. And fun fact, the way that you take CBD is it absorbs through the sublingual glands, the glands underneath your tongue. That's how it gets into your endocannabinoid system with the oils. So you have those same receptors, those same glands in your belly button. So when my daughter was 5 months old and teething and not sleeping, I would drop a couple of drops of CBD in her belly button and she slept amazing and it helps so much with her teething. So now we take it every day. She has some social anxiousness, again, not making medical claims and different things like that. So it's been such a game changer. My dog takes it. So from a business perspective, this is such a wide target market, literally everyone. You know, for me, coming from the skincare industry, the target market was only females. There's half the population cut out right there. So females, but only adult females, not children, definitely not pets, you know. So with this, there's such a wide target market. I have a dog and cat customers. I have elderly customers who are using it for joint pain. I have, you know, moms and dads who use it for so many different reasons. My parents use it. And it's just such a wide range of things that it can help with. And Jess kind of explained about how the endocannabinoid system works and how it works in our bodies, but everybody has one of those. Everyone can benefit from CBD. So the testimonials that I've gotten over the past 4.5 years of being involved with this company just solidifies my belief that like we are here, we are helping so many people, and it feels so good when you're getting those testimonials coming in about improving people's quality of life. Like they feel better, they're sleeping better, their energy levels are better, their kids are focusing more at school, their dog is able to run up and down the stairs, and they've had to carry it up and down the stairs for the past year. And now all of a sudden it's acting like a puppy again. Like that kind of stuff is so rewarding and such a cool thing to be a part of. So, just a couple more things on the business side. Everything is 100% virtual. This was my big hesitation getting involved in, the network marketing industry in general. Like there's such a stigma around CBD right now. So we are just educators. Once people understand it, it sells itself. There's also such a stigma around network marketing because it's like, oh my gosh, so many people lose so much money doing this. And that was, what I thought of going in, like, oh my gosh, you got to buy these products every month. You got to take so much time away from your family to go have parties and carry this inventory. And hopefully you sell it. If not, like you're in the hole and you just like have to eat that cost of all this stuff that you bought. So that was my whole hesitation of getting involved. But with Green Compass, the only products that I have on hand are what I personally use. And I'm never required to buy anything ever after your first like initial enrollment. Your only monthly expense is $10 a month, and that's to keep your website active. So people can buy from you online. Anytime that someone uses your link to purchase a product, it ships from corporate to the customer and you get the commission on it. And we have a very, very high customer retention rate. The majority of customers are coming back month over month because this is something that people are using their CBD, they're feeling better, their family's feeling better, their quality of life is improved, and they run out. It's a consumable product and they want it again. And it's not something that they want to be without. So it's really, really cool from a business perspective. It's really, really cool from a product perspective, how much it's helping people on both ends of things. And the majority of us came in with no experience, minimal experience, if any, in network marketing, but absolutely no experience with CBD. I don't know anyone that came in like any kind of endocannabinoid system expert or CBD expert. Most of us are like, I'm clueless about this. My whole family's going to think I'm a drug dealer, but like, teach me the things. And I know this can help so many people and I want to roll with this. So it's a really exciting thing to be a part of. And we will welcome you with open arms. If this sounds like something that you want to do from a business perspective, would love to have you. We have a ton of great systems, processes, education for you to be able to share this and help so many people, and you will never be lost on what to do. There's so much support here. We call it our Green Compass family, but we have the best support system ever. Everyone says they feel like they're joining a family when they join our team. So I love that. We get to help shape the culture, and we're only 4.5 years in, not even 4.5 years in. We're about February was our 4th birthday. So we're just getting started. We're still considered a ground level company because there are less than 25,000. That's kind of the industry standard. If there are less than 25,000 distributors involved in a company, it's considered to be a ground level opportunity. And we have about half of that are actively working the business spread out over, the whole country. So you can be a part of the exploding hemp industry, but also linking arms with the company and helping launch a company that's doing things the right way. So if anyone has any questions, I'll turn it back over to Jess to close us out. But if anyone has any questions or wants to pick my brain about anything, I'm an open book always.
Thanks, Lynsey. Every time she talks about our company and like where the industry is headed, I get super excited because I truly believe we're on a mission here with Green Compass. Like their heart, their mission, their dedication to just making people feel better is really, really awesome to be a part of. So if anyone has questions, feel free to reach out to me directly or whoever invited you. But Lynsey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.